Welcome to your e-tutorial on interviewing remotely using Skype. This video was created in partnership with the MBJ Group, providing solutions for the staff of tomorrow. My name is Steve, and I'm here to share some tips with you on video interviewing with Skype. If you're already set up on Skype and are comfortable on camera, this video will provide you with the keys to a successful video job interview. If you've still not registered and set up your Skype account, you may want to view part 1 of this series. You may also wish to view part 2, which discusses preparing for an on-camera interview. Remember that a job interview conducted via a video conference should be like any other job interview. This presentation will walk you through the basics you need to have the best possible video interview. The secret to success in an interview has always been preparation, and that requires work on your part. But I'll make sure you're reminded of the steps you need to take to make a good impression. As always, if you want to pause, navigate, or replay the video, simply use the navigational tools at the bottom of this screen. The purpose of your video interview is the same as with all job interviews. You and a prospective employer are trying to get to know each other enough to determine if your skills, background, and personality match well with the needs and culture of the hiring organization. The interview process begins well before the interview itself with your application, which generally includes your resume and cover letter. This is usually all the interviewing organization knows about you prior to the interview. But you have the opportunity to use the internet and your network of friends and associates to do a great deal of research on this prospective employer and the job opening before the two of you sit opposite each other. Make sure you know as much as you can about what the organization is like and what they are seeking. Review the job description. Then, compare your resume. Write down those skills and any experiences that match with the organization's needs. As you prepare for interview questions, consider not only the standard questions about your skills and traits, likes and dislikes, but also those questions that provide you a chance to show your methods of solving problems. The trend in interviews is to ask behavioral-based questions, so you should be ready with examples of your experiences that demonstrate your ability to perform successfully. Most of all, you'll want to practice interviewing. If possible, have a friend ask you questions via a Skype video conference. Get used to expressing your thoughts in a concise and clear manner. Well before the day of the interview, make sure everything you'll need for the interview is in place, including the suit you plan to wear. On the day of the interview, check your technology, dress appropriately, maintain a positive attitude, and relax, knowing that you're ready to present yourself at your best. Unlike an in-person interview, where you should bring your portfolio, you won't be able to hand the interviewer any documents during your discussion. You'll want to have digital copies of your resume, your references, and any other possible documentation that may be needed, easily accessible on your computer. You may also want to have your email up and available to send an attachment quickly to your interviewer. Skype has a file transfer function, but unless you practice sending files through Skype, you may want to use your standard email account, which will also reinforce that method of communication between you and your interviewer. You will need to have Skype open prior to your interview. Your video call will probably be initiated by the interviewer, but if you need to make the call, select the interviewer's name from the contact list. Then click the video call button. The Skype screen will then show the attempt to connect between you and your contact. Notice the toolbar at the bottom. This bar disappears once your call begins, but you can recover the tools by moving your cursor toward the bottom of the Skype window. The tools on the left allow you to display your contacts and activate or hide the instant messaging function. The most important tools are in the center. Those provide you the ability to turn the video on or off, mute or unmute the microphone, use functions such as add contacts, take pictures from the incoming video, send files or send contacts, and disconnect the call. While the tools on the right show you the quality of the internet connection you're using and give you the ability to switch the video feed to full screen. During the interview, you will generally not need any of these tools until the end when you say goodbye and disconnect the call. However, it is a good idea to know what each of the icons represents. Generally, the interviewer initiates the call. When the interviewer places the call, you'll see a box appear with 3 options. Click on the Answer with Video button. After the connection is made, the video feed from the interviewer's camera appears on your screen. Your own image appears as well, but remember that you need to look into the camera to make eye contact. Remember that it's your interview, so come prepared with your own questions, and be yourself, the prepared version of yourself. If you can sit at a distance that allows you to gesture, feel free to use those gestures you naturally would. Just like with an in-person interview, however, be aware of any mannerisms you might have that arise when you get a bit nervous, and remind yourself to avoid them. When the interview has ended, move your cursor to the bottom of the screen to activate the toolbar. Then, make sure you disconnect the call by clicking on the End Call icon, which appears as a red phone. Congratulations! You're ready for your video job interview. Just remember to prepare and be yourself. And, oh yes, send a thank you email to your interviewer stating your ongoing interest in the position. Since most video interviews are preliminary interviews, your next step in the process will hopefully be an on-site visit as you work toward a job offer. Good luck, and let us know how you do. Feel free to contact the MBJ group with any questions you may have. They are experts in human resource talent management and can give you guidance with your career. You may also want to view the other 2 parts of our series on video job interviews. Part 1 takes you through the steps you need to set up Skype, while Part 2 provides you with important tips on improving your on-camera presence.